Now I want to share something that is near and dear to my heart. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? Honestly, I think everyone should start a podcast because it is so interesting that everyone's life is so different and full of so much diversity and variation. It's really valuable to me, at least, to see all of these different people presenting their worldview. And then also because I don't feel alone, right? I hear someone and I'm like, oh my gosh, I did the same thing. When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. Like, how do I record an episode? Where do I find background music? How do I get my show on Apple, Spotify, Google, all the different places where people like to listen? Where do I find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. I love this platform. I actually am addicted. Every day I get in my car and I'm like, that's it. I'm opening up Anchor and I'm sharing my content with the world. So if you've always wanted to start something like this, to start your own podcast, just head on over to anchor.fm/start. Join me. And and of course there's a huge community of podcasters and they're already using Anchor and they're just able to deliver content is it's ridiculously easy to do. Anyway, that's anchor.fm/start and I can't wait to hear your podcast. Hello and welcome to this incredible inaugural episode of AI for Every Developer. My name is Noella Charity and I will be hosting this podcast and sharing with you basically my journey and the things that I've learned to help me understand more about what AI is, how I can use it, and I'm hoping that if you are a neophyte like I was once, that this will be helpful to you. I think the most important thing to know right off the bat about this podcast is that it's pretty informal, like most of my podcasts are. I have a very busy life, so I usually will squeeze in nuggets and pieces of information or lessons that I have learned over any spare moment that I might have. So you might hear me in my car, or I might be on my way to work, or I might be in my office. But the good news is that if I learn something, if I uncover something that I think would be useful in learning and understanding more about how artificial intelligence can be useful to you, I will share it. And I will try to share, a podcast is a very interesting medium because you can't see it, right? So AI can be difficult to describe if I can't show it to you in, a web browser or in an application that I'm building. But there are some core concepts that I think would be useful to give you. These podcasts will be pretty short, anywhere between 5 to 10 to 20 minutes. If I end up, recording a keynote that I'm doing or something like that, or a meetup presentation, then those could be a little bit longer. But I'm also just very interested in understanding your questions. So I am delivering this on multiple different podcast channels. But if you want to just reach out to me, you can actually go to aiforeverydeveloper.com/welcome, and that'll take you to a page that allows you to follow me on any of my social media channels. And you can ask a question there. I would love to just understand more about what you're interested in learning. There's so much to AI. We have everything from computer vision to text analysis to speech and voice and Alexa, to knowledge and being able to mine mounds of data in the cloud and use AI to understand it. So there's a lot of ground to cover. So if there's anything you'd like me to focus on, please don't hesitate to head over to aiforeverydeveloper.com/welcome. Sign up for one of my channels and send me questions, and I will be sure to answer them every week. I will do a kind of answer the questions session or episode, and that will just be a chance for me to go through all the questions that I've received that week. If I get more than I can answer in a single session, then I'll probably have to do more than one a week, but we'll start there. So thank you so much for taking a few moments and listening to this inaugural episode. I'm very excited to share it with you. I hope you are passionate about this space. And if you're not, I'm just excited that you're open enough to listen to this and maybe learn something as you go. Thanks very much. And I look forward to sharing everything that I know about AI.